You are looking for the one, but you realized you don't want to fake anything anymore. You're really sick of playing someone you are not, and so you kind of say to yourself, if there is someone, okay, if there is now no one for me who likes me who I am, it's okay too. You're kind of not really giving up, but you also feel like, I don't want to play anything anymore. I desire to be really who I am, and I desire to be loved for who I am. In this video, we speak exactly about that, how your authenticity attracts your one true love, your twin flame. So stay tuned. We are Paco and Deborah, certified ascension coaches, spiritual twin flame coaches, and in this video I speak about authenticity and how you can attract your one true love with your authenticity. And I share my example because I am a trans man, and me embracing my authenticity attracted my twin flame. And on my example, I would like to share with you how you can do that too. Does not mean that you are also transgender, because that applies to everyone who is embracing their true self. If you're a trans woman, a trans man, or just a woman who is embracing her divine femininity, or a man who is really growing in his masculinity, it applies to everyone. On my example is embracing my divine masculinity, even I'm in a female body. Let's start with the journey of my authenticity. My journey started already when I was a child. I was living like a boy. Even my father gave me the name Paco, a male name. He always felt he has a boy. He was right. And I always felt like a boy. All my life, my people around, my family, my parents meant, oh, nice, they have a daughter and a son. Because I was always their son. So as a child I was embracing my authenticity. It felt very easy for me. But I grew up, I wanted to fit in, I wanted to be a part of the community around me, and I realized, I'm in a body of a woman, so I tried to be like a woman because my self-confidence was not the highest, and so I decided to start to suppress my true self. That can apply to you too. Does not mean that you are in the wrong body, but maybe you are a very creative, very expressive, and a very passionate personality, and it was not allowed in your home.
Yeah, that was my example. Like, I was too much, for instance. That was kind of like what was being communicated by my parents and a lot of family members around me. It's like, oh, you are too much, and you should dial like that down a little bit, or like, yeah, we don't. The underlying message was, we don't know how to handle all this energy that you have, and so we are gonna like politely invite you to suppress it.
Exactly.
And of course, when you are a child and you don't really know any better, or you don't have anyone showing you how to set healthy, appropriate boundaries with this kind of conversations, then you are mostly likely, like we were doing, just suppressing something and not really allowing ourselves to express what felt good to us.
Exactly, so we did both the same, just on the outside it looked different, but at the core it was the same.
Yeah.
And so I lived my life suppressing myself more and more every year. The depression inside of me became bigger and bigger, I have to confess. And so I felt always something is wrong in my life. So I kept focusing on myself and why. I always had this question, why it is that way. Tried different things. Also my love life was like, I tried here to fit into, I tried being with men, but it felt more like, okay, it's a body. It feels not good having a romantic relationship with a body. Even I liked men, I never had something against men. And so I allowed myself to fall in love with women and really explore here. And on the other side I was always exploring why I always felt so depressed, with therapy, different things, methods, esoteric, meditation. Really, I tried a lot of stuff. And so I kept going, living my life, exploring my romantic relationships with women, also sometimes with men, but always felt like a buddy, like a friend.
Like a good friend.
Exactly. And also what was difficult for me because I never felt like a lesbian either. So when people were asking me if I have a LGBTQ community, I felt like, yeah, kinda, but I don't feel like a lesbian. So it was a little confusing the whole time, because also women fell in love with me who are not really gay either or lesbian, but they sensed my energy. So it was a quite confusing time the whole time. But I never gave up looking for a solution, because it felt so good for me being with women in a romantic way, because I love women, because I'm a man, and so I never gave up my true, even I didn't knew it exactly, but I never gave up. I tried to the best of my ability to not judge myself. Okay, I don't really feel like a lesbian. Okay, I don't really feel like a woman who would like to be married to a man. I accepted this is where I'm at. I just accepted myself unconditionally. I'm confused. I don't know where I should go. I don't know who I am. And I accepted it. And I started to learn it's okay. And I started to learn maybe being compassionate with myself where I'm at is a better way of approaching myself. And this way I realized there are other people out there who are looking for their one true love, and they gave this whole concept a name, twin flame. That means my whole confusion in my love life, not feeling like a lesbian, being like a woman and always falling in love with other women, and
not really feeling like being with men either. Like
exactly.
they started to, like the puzzle pieces were starting to fall into place.
Exactly. They started that I realized, okay, there is something to it. And in this concept of your true love, your twin flame, there is always a masculine energy and a feminine energy.
Regardless of the body that you're in.
Exactly. And there I realized, okay, in a spiritual truth, there is also the concept of transgender. Welcome. Because I never felt really welcome also in other spiritual communities, because they never really allowed this, that even lesbian or gay. And when I went deeper into this topic and into twin flames and then into twin flame universe, they allowed. It's okay to be first confused, to get clear. I really explored if I am the divine feminine, because the most important thing for me was for me and still is that I get clear in my heart, who am I? And so I remembered my childhood, how good it felt to just be my true self. And the more I healed and the more I got clear in my heart, the more I realized I'm a man, I am transgender, and I have now the spiritual support. I have now the mirror exercise we speak about in our videos. You find it in the book Twin Flames, Finding Your Ultimate Lover. You find the link to the book in the box below.
You also have like emotional support in that sense.
In the community of Twin Flames Universe, yes. We have an extra group for LGBTQ+. And there I felt, oh, that feels so good. That feels so good. I know now why I never felt like a lesbian either, because I never were a woman who is in love with another woman. I always was a man who was falling in love with women, but I was just in a body that was not reflecting my true essence, my divine masculinity. And this is my journey of authenticity. The one thing I never gave up is allowing myself to be
who you are,
who I am. Even I was confused. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to don't know, should I go left, should I go right, what should I do? It's okay where you are at. Be compassionate and gentle with yourself. Once I learned that, then I realized, okay, the universe, life is not against me. There are always nuggets where I can go, where I can find out something new. Oh, okay, there's a whole community who is embracing being your true self. Even it means being a very passionate, very expressive woman.
But the truth is that a lot of the times we don't allow ourselves to express who we are, mostly out of fear of being rejected or feeling like we are being rejected. And the interesting thing is that in that process we don't fully realize that the first rejection that is occurring is the one that we are having with ourselves. So like Paco has been stressing the point of being authentic and allowing yourself to be who you are without any judgment and like in complete self-acceptance, regardless of where you're at, because that's the key to attracting your one true love. You're gonna reveal this person and any of your relationships by being who you are and seeing who is accepting of you, who is supportive of you, and who is not. And of course, it's a very scary place to be standing. Like nobody wants to feel like they are alone, but it's a part of the process of getting clear. A lot of the times I feel like because we are repressing who we are, we settle for less of than what we desire to have, and that also includes our romantic life. But when you really want to be with someone, and it's truly important for you that you are with someone who accepts you unconditionally for who you are, that you, of course, you don't have to put all of yourself out there, but just take a few little steps and see who meets you kind of like in that middle ground. And of course that can feel challenging, and that's why we are here. And that's why we became coaches, because that's also part of our challenges. Like we do this in our everyday life. I also was like, I want to have a partnership, a relationship with someone who will accept me for who I am fully and completely. And it seemed like it would be impossible at times. And here we are.
Exactly. You can receive our support. Look at our website twinflamesembrace.com. Book a first essential coaching with Deborah or me. We would really love to support you. And this is exactly what you can do right now. Make the choice to accept yourself where you are right now. When you are confused, it's okay.
Yeah, it's safe to explore your options.
Exactly. This is my journey, how I never gave up looking for my one true love. Even sometimes I was more than confused. I didn't know what to do anymore, but I never gave up. That there is a solution, and I trusted my life. I trusted what the universe, what God was bringing me into my life, that I can keep going, getting clarity and finding a new way of being my true self, living authentic, really feeling good in how I express myself in this world together with my perfect partner, with my true love.
Yeah. That's the most cool thing, is that actually by embracing who we are, we actually manifested the person who loves us unconditionally, which is our perfect partner.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's a process to move through those kind of like fear and doubts that we have about ourselves and whether we are going to be loved. But I feel like it's worth being able to move through it, and better when we have support in doing so.
Exactly.
Yeah, let us know in the comments about your own journey, how authenticity has been feeling to you, if you struggle with it, if you feel comfortable with it, if you would like support. Again, reach out. We would be happy to help you. And thank you for joining us in this video, and we'll see each other on the next ones.